PD Beats here with Pop Alternative. My friends, good to see you both. Welcome back to the show.
What's up, Petey?
Hey, Edie.
Oh,
How's
it's
it
so good.
going?
We're all back. Shoresy is back. It's a great time. It's an exciting time.
It's a
Tasya,
good time. It's a
I
good
wanted to
time.
ask, I wanted to ask you because Nat's office like are some of the best scenes ever, and I feel like every season they like elevate it every season. And I'm just wondering if like, do you go into season three knowing that there's a chance that it's going to be something crazy with all the banter for season three? Like, I'm just curious about that because I love Nat's office
I
chats.
know, me too. It's become like one of my favorite places. I'm like, okay, ladies, here we go. Let's do this. We have to deliver some truth. We have to get things in line. We have to do this. Those scenes are so lovely for me. And yeah, every season, like I go into the office and I'm trying to look around and I'm trying to figure out like, okay, so we're in a different place than we were in the last two seasons. Like, what does it feel like to be in this space? And how does she communicate with him? What's the same? What's different? But I love that set.
Shout
Absolutely.
out to the
Keilani, you're
props department because every time we walk in there, there's like new surprises and new little Easter eggs. And what is the most
Like the gummy
recent,
bears.
like the gummy bears. I also like looked at, those calendars that the boys shot.
Oh my gosh.
This last just season, they had like Ryan's picture on the door, I think whatever month he is, and I was like, oh, look, there's Meek's birthday. So like it's just really cool how detailed they just pour so much
And
love
then
into that
all of the
set.
fan art that they put on the walls of like, what the Sudbury kids have drawn of the hockey
Mhm.
players and of Shoresy and how they decorate the room in general. It's so
and
cool.
Nat's office is like school. Like we learn about a webinar. Like we learn
Yeah.
what a webinar
You know what a
is.
webinar is?
A do a tang.
Yeah, a duotang. When's the last time you heard that word?
Dude, absolutely so good. Um, Keilani, I wanted to say you're climbing up the ranking boards. I think this is your like fifth time on the show, which is crazy.
It's so good to see you. I'm stoked to be here, TD.
I
It's
know
like
it's like really
we
wild,
started
but
something. We've really started something.
absolutely. I'm just curious because it's three seasons now. Like feel like three seasons is really cool, good grasp of like the character, so to speak. Do you understand this character? Are you still learning about this character, or like are you like officially kind of acquainted with this character specifically?
Yeah, we're getting tighter. Every year we're getting tighter and just finding new elements of like what drives her, what connects her with everybody. I feel like in the last season, it was really exciting for Meek and Zeke to have that moment alone, and you kind of get to see another little layer of their dynamic. And then it's cool because even as we were moving through, I guess it was like season two into season three, ended up having a little side convo with Jared at one point, and he was like, "I'm really starting to feel where this is sinking in, and I really am starting to feel how the perfect like yin and yang is like the little angel on the shoulder and the little devil on the shoulder, and then there's like." Yeah, it's a good pocket to be in, and it feels really at home now, getting to spend time with Meeg and her love for this team and for this community.
Yeah, well, that's a really good point because, and Tasha, I want to ask you about Nat specifically because I like in regards to what I asked Keilani, because like season one, it's like you've never played this character before, we've never seen this character before. Season two, I feel like is a 50-50, right? Like depending on what's happening storylines. And then like season three, I feel like is always like the all right, like this is it. Like we're familiar, we're in there with this character. But like did that feel like that with Nat? Or because I feel like Nat had a lot of growth in season two as
Oh
well.
yeah. And Nat, like she went from season one to season two, Nat are, totally different. She's way more confident. She feels like she knows what she's doing. She's like, okay, I got this. But I think with, when you're learning what Nat or anybody is learning how to do something, that kind of confidence, you're like, oh, I've figured this out. That can be challenged or broken really quickly. And then you're like, okay, well, maybe I don't know some things, or maybe I have some places to grow, which we see in season three.
Mhm.
But it was interesting that in season one, that mirrored, we're developing the show and the characters together. And Nat in that same way was developing herself and trying to figure out how she was going to lead this hockey team to be a functional unit that gets bums in seats and makes some wins.
Absolutely. And shout out to Maclean Fish who plays Jory Jordan. I mean that whole
Oh my
thing
gosh.
is so good. Like it's
So good.
I mean, one of my favorite things of the show, to be honest with
Me
you.
too. Their relationship, the way that they play off of each other. I literally just go to set and I just to watch it. You know, we're just standing there when we're lucky enough to see some of those scenes play out. It's so
Totally.
It's so crazy to think about too, that like Nat's office and then the locker rooms is where a lot of the hockey talk is happening, right? Nat's office, it's like the business, the locker room, right, is like the gameplay and everything. But then like Shoresy's apartment is like one of the only areas where it's like not hockey talk. If you think about that, have you ever thought about that, Keilani? It's so true, right?
It's just straight goofing.
Yeah. You know, because it's a lot of the show's a lot of hockey. And then there's those breaks, right? Because even when they're at like the bar and everything and eating food, it's like they're talking about things, but it's like you get that break at the apartment, I feel like a lot of the times.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting. No, so there's so much to love about the show.
We saw Nat's house a little bit too, which was nice because otherwise we do spend a lot of time like within the rink and in Shoresy's apartment, which is hilarious. The stuff that happens in his apartment this season is so funny. I was dying the first episode with the boys.
Yeah.
With the
walking competition. Good times.
Walking competition.
Good times. Yeah, I spoke to Andrew about that too, and I was like, "Congrats on winning the walking competition." Right? Whatever. Now we got to get this out by the time the episodes are on a Hulu, because that may be a spoiler. But people might be like, "What are you talking about?" But all the episodes are going to be soon. Season 3 of Shoresy on Hulu. So great chatting with you both. Good to see you both again. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Petey.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.